got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad. Miss Wikiana. Miss Wikiana.
I'll tell you guys a little behind the scenes tea.
Ooh.
So when this all happened, Whitney's like, did you just call me a bitch? And Justin looked up and said, no, Whitney, he said biatch.
So, okay. So
I mean, I wasn't there.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's right.
You weren't there.
I'm sorry, Heather. I
That
didn't
hurts.
mean to
That
rub
cuts
salt
me.
on an
Yeah.
open wound
I
there.
wish I could weigh in, but I was not invited on the trip.
You just had to.
I said, Cynthia, someone asked me what, I said, this is a new Cynthia.
Yeah.
Cynthia, thank you, get me together.
Yeah.
This Cynthia is so fun, so relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Well, she don't got her other friends over there.
Nope.
She don't got her other friends. You know what I'm saying? Cynthia has always loved herself some Portia, okay?
Yeah.
She has always loved herself some Phaedra.
Yes.
But you know, sometimes when you have other people, you kind of feel like you gotta be with that alliance.
alliances,
Right.
yeah.
Right? But
Yeah.
like when I tell y'all, Cynthia is literally,
It's
I
so
want to
much
call her
fun.
the best friend of the show because
Yes.
Yes.
we've had other friends, you know, like we've had different people who've been friends of the show.
But
who don't
she's
even-
the best.
But she's the best one we've had. She's like, she come around and she's asking questions we don't want to answer again.
Exactly.
But it's Cynthia, so we have to rehash it and like catch her up every time. And like, she's funny. She's talking about her dating.
Right.
I can't say enough about what
Cynthia's
she added
great.
as a friend, for real.
Fans are upset, and I get it. I don't love a prank. The thing is, this was something that actually happened while we were filming, and it had reverberations after the prank was played. There were reverberations in the group. So it was not something that we felt that we couldn't show. If we had tipped the audience off at the beginning of the prank that it was a prank, then I think they would have been annoyed by that. They were annoyed by how it was. So I just think that maybe there was no escaping that they were going to be annoyed by that. I'm happy to say for everyone who is annoyed, we have moved past it, and there's a lot more to come from this season of Roni.
So, you know what the thing was? We flew there on a private plane, which was amazing and super nice of her. And then, you know, like drama ensued, and then we had to get home, and we were all packed, ready to go.
So she didn't let you girls come back home on the plane?
No. She did not let us come back on the plane.
We
We were there for
booked
36
Lisa
hours.
in 17D.
And we were there for 36 hours. You shouldn't have flown us private if you can't afford to keep the pilots there for 36 hours and send us home. We should have just flown coach there. So I knew what I would be what I had to look forward to.
It's hard to go back.
She let us know, like, right in the minute when we thought we were leaving for the Jet Center. And I go to Palm Springs all the time, and we do, like, bougie trips there. My friend has a place right next to the Kardashians in the Madison Club. So I was, like, expecting, like, oh, we're going on a G6. We're going to go back on a G6. And then when I got I didn't even know I had a ticket. I was like, wait, how am I getting home? Do we have to, how are we going to get home? So then I was like looking in my app to see if there was a ticket in there. I was not looking for frequent flyer miles. I don't need them. And then I was like, oh my gosh, she's really flying us home coach. And she was in first class.
Guys,
we had to walk by
plane,
her.
do not crush backward. Coach is not that bad.
Okay.
For me it is.
One of the newbies came in hot, you know, trying to make that moment or whatever. Yeah. Coming up with the buzzwords and this, that. We all know the headlines. I've been trending for 3 years straight. So, I mean, it ain't really nothing to me. You just a commenter and a troll come to life. And, you know, I can block and delete you in real life, too. So, they were hard. A couple of them was a little tough at first. But, I'm that type of bitch at this point. I look in your face and be like, really? Like, really, that's what we're going to do? You know what I mean?
Through the grapevine that you're taking care of the fans on Real Housewives of Atlanta because you, honey, said you revived the show.
I did. And when I say that I think, it's just the truth. But I say it because people wanted me to come back, and I have definitely not came back. And so when Portia called me at the beginning of the season, and I was like, I'm committed to Married to Medicine right now, so I can't come back.
Right.
When it made sense to come back, there was a very good, warm welcome. So I think that's what the fans wanted. So now they'll get freaking Frackets back, you know?
Are you guys up to no good? Having
honey,
so
now-
much fun.
Now, we are up to no good. Both single and ready to mingle.
Ooh, wait, are we gonna see you on the prowl this season?
Well, yeah, a little bit, but you know, I'm only on 6 episodes, maybe 5, 6 episodes. So
Okay.
I'm there for a good time, not a long time,
But a good time.
a good time, and
good
so it's
time.
gonna be very good.
Look, I need your hot take on this because obviously Kenya departed in the season. What is your take on it?
Well, I don't have a take on it. I mean, I wasn't there. Obviously, I've seen all of the footage and, you know, the pictures. But it sounded very Kenya to me.
So, Portia, what was it like having Kenya leave the cast? Do you have any insight for us?
You know what? It was very disappointing. The whole situation was super disappointing. It was weird because like I had one opinion when it happened and another opinion by the time I did my confessional. But overall, I just felt like it could have been a little more communication. But between everybody, we were having such a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like we were getting to know each other in a totally different dynamic than you all have ever seen. And I think it's so unfortunate that she wasn't able to finish the rest of the season. But you know, when she left, we had to continue on. And you know, I got to know Britt a little bit more, and Britt is amazing new cast member on the show. She is fiery. She's all that. She's kind of. Kenya's gonna be mad. A little baby Kenya. Like I'm just saying, like the fabulousness, the fierceness, like say what you want up front, like let's deal with it. I don't know. She's just got that energy already. So, but no, I would have to say I hated to finish the season without her. But you know, then they brought in Phaedra.
Yeah.
And so I was happy about that. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know, if you got to swap.
Andy recently revealed that during reunions at like inappropriate times, you're the one that gets in giggle fits with him.
Yes, Andy and I lock eyes all the time and we just die laughing. There's been so many times where we've had to pretend we're like actually like looking down to like cry when we're crying laughing actually. We have a lot of moments. I don't even know if we're allowed to even share them all. Very naughty.
Who's being the messiest right now?
Starts with a J.
Yes.
Okay, can you tease what's going on?
Well, there's a lot going on, obviously, and the dynamics change. And I think that you'll just see that, you know, the evolution of new friendships may cause some damage to old friendships. And that's pretty much what's going, you know, what could be going on. And it's just a dynamic shift that's very surprising and shocking. And it ruffles a lot of feathers.
Most shadiest would definitely be Heavenly. Everybody knows it. Heavenly sometimes will just say stuff just to get a rise out of you, and you're like, really? Right. And then she's like, I don't really believe it. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And you're like, no, you're sorry. No, I'm sorry. Okay, so we got Heavenly up there. Quad is good shade. I ain't gonna lie. Quad can say, Quad make her shade funny. I laugh sometimes even when she's shading me. You know, and I'm like, she shade me. So I love that, you know. But I'm like, who else is? And Simone.
And Simone.
And then Simone.
Amsterdam was pretty crazy. I think Amsterdam for me was the season that, I mean, all of us, I think, went back to the hotel and we're like, we don't want to do this anymore. We're leaving, all of us. And I don't know, just running out, the whole of Kim and Brenna and me running out with that cape that just was flying in the back. There's been so many, it's hard to say.
Andy, what do you think?
Well, 2 popped to mind. The dinner party from hell in season 1. And then also, for me personally, if I could just hype a reunion moment, the bunny.
It's classic.
And let me tell you, I knew that Kim had brought the bunny back and that it was behind the couch. And they had said the day before, Kim wants to bring the bunny back. And I was like, oh my God, please, please,
Who's your MVP new housewife?
I think it's going to be, I think Bronwyn and Raquel are at the top of the list. Raquel has such an interesting personal story that she's sharing on New York. She also brings a lot of great glamour to the show. Mel is an incredible Housewives spouse on the show. She's integrated. So Mel and Abe the Babe are great friends. It's really fun to watch. And then Bronwyn, you know, from her couture to her directness to her husband, who is clearly struggling with her being in the middle of a group of women who are litigating every issue. There's a lot going on there, and I think she's a great addition to Salt Lake City. People were worried that we weren't going to be able to, emerge from Monica, who was such an impactful housewife, but I think we were able to bring the show back and keep it fresh. And I think, Mary has a lot to do with that. Brittany does. Just the group is firing on all cylinders.
Oh my God, when I tell you, I wanted Phaedra back day one of filming, but I have to say I was glad when she finally did come. It's good because it's always good energy. It's always fun. It's lighthearted, and as dark as life can be sometimes, you need to have that light. And Frickin' Frack is always going to bring the good times. We're always going to come in and laugh at what shouldn't be laughed at and enjoy the good things in life and not concentrate on the bad. So I don't know. I just love that she's back. So the thing about Frickin' Frack is we have the type of friendship where, no, we don't have to talk every day, and we definitely haven't filmed together in some years for sure, but when I tell you, it's like a day hasn't been lost. Like, as soon as I saw her, as soon as we got together, you would have thought we have been together every single day, and that's the type of friend that the friendship is real. Like, we just click right in. Like, we're locked in. It is what it is.
And this single hot mama is coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and can I just say, thank God.
Thank God. I agree with you.
Tell us what we can expect, because Phaedra is out here saying that you guys revived the show. Is that fair to say?
Oh, no, that's true. That's true. But I think that's going to happen when you bring back two people that bring the type of energy and fun and carefree, just realness to the show. And then also we have new housewives that are there too.
Okay.
And I mean, they did their thing.
They did their thing.
They did their thing. I will have to give them that. Whether I like them or not, they did their thing.
Okay, they did their thing. Mm-hmm. The holidays are coming up.
Yes.
So we need to know who was on the naughty list and who was on the nice list on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
On this season.
On this season.
Okay, girl, you trying to stir that.
I'm trying to stir the pot.
Okay, stir the pot. You getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Okay. So I will say we have Phaedra. She's on the, what's the list?
Nice or naughty?
Nice list.
Okay,
nice
good.
List. And then you have Shamia. She's on the nice list. Then you have Kelly. She's naughty and nice. That little elf is something else.
Okay.
Like, I love her. We have like this little go back and forth. So she's on both lists. And then you have Britt. Britt is on the nice list. Like, Britt is cool, a little bit understood, but she is very passionate. I like her. And then you have Angela. Angela is on. She has made her way to the nice list.
Oh, is no one on the naughty list?
On the naughty list. I mean, all of them are naughty in their way. Okay, they're all naughty in their way. So yeah, I would say a little bit of both, and I think that's why fans love us.
And that is why we can't wait.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all gonna love it. I'm like, the buzz that I'm hearing around, Bravo is that this is the season for, and before all the other seasons, honestly.
Well, you heard it here first.
I hope so. I love Ultimate Girls Trip. I think we've been looking at ways that we could freshen it up if we brought it back. So, it's definitely a conversation.
I think what turns me off with the whole Stacey and TJ situation is it seems like he's bothered by her or he's just not into her. It'll be different if you guys are making a vow not to be intimate until you get into a relationship, but at least show her some affection, at least let her know she's important. And it seems like he's more interested in the trainer than he is in Stacey.
to be unfiltered?
Yeah.
To me, let me define. To me, unfiltered is like living in your truth, who you are. You know, your authentic self, where you show up everywhere you go. I would say Drew Sidora. And I would love that for her, just because I think it's easier, because you can remember what you say. Sometimes if you say something and it's filtered with something else, you can't remember it.
Filtered with what, Portia?
You know, lies.
I was rooting for Kim Zolciak. She's a good time on TV, and you know, she don't play no games with nobody, and I feel like she would have been able to handle this cast very well.
They need to let their guard down a bit.
Unfiltered, then that would be Jackie. I need Jackie to just say what say what she means. You know what I'm saying? Don't rely on Heavenly to say it for you. Say it yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so on my platform, I'm definitely gonna go for Karen, honey. Live your life authentically, unfiltered. We are tired of the facade of the Lil Dom, honey. We do love her, but live it, girl.
Larsa, who else from your cast do you think deserves title of traitor or villain?
Maybe Kiki.
Hey, I'll be right next to her, so we both are traitors. So.
It's fun having Frick and Frack back. You know, they're both a good time. I was actually just hanging out with them last night, and I did not wake up very happy this morning about it, trust me. And the thing is, what I love about, well, first of all, Portia is just a fun girl. Like, she already texted me. She's like, are you back yet? We're like at the hotel waiting. I'm like, can I get like an hour nap? Like, I'm a lot older than you are. So anyway, Portia's a good time. Phaedra is completely crazy and funny as well. And what I love, this is like never happened before in the history of Housewives, where someone came back into a season during the season, like 2 weeks left, as a full-time peach holder, and literally in 2 weeks, burned down the house by the season finale. I was like,
this is
well,
Phaedra.
Damn.
This is Phaedra doing this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was going to ask between Portia and Phaedra who gets in more drama, but it seems like Phaedra would be the answer to that. Is that correct?
Oh, Phaedra, she came back. She only had 2 weeks, but she was totally activated. she clocked right on in.
Have either of you gone on a double date with them? Well, in order to go on a double date with Quad, she would have to be willing to share her business. Come on, live her friend. Hold on, we gotta give her some credit. Homegirl invited us to his birthday party. Okay. She did, and we took pictures. Check her IG. Yes. Her IG, she posted us. That's something. Yes, she posted me too. She posted me. She posted Troy. Okay. Yeah. That was a real night of We followed each other, unfollowed each other, and now we follow back. I love a little petty social media. I love a pettiness. So petty. Love it.
Are you ready to meet the new Real Housewife of Miami? Stephanie, are you enjoying your time with the ladies so far?
I love it.
Yeah?
Love it.
Larsa was very excited about Stephanie joining. Why?
I just feel like she's a great girl. I think she adds a lot of value to our friend group. She's fabulous. She's educated. She's an entrepreneur, and she's one of my really close friends. And I love spending time with her.
Nice.
Now tell us about yourself. What can fans look forward to learning about you this season?
I am a small but mighty Colombiana. And like Alexia said, I'm feisty.
Can you tease us, which of these ladies gave you the warmest welcome?
The warmest welcome definitely surprised me. I would have never guessed this, considering she's a star on the House of Villains. Larsa Pippen gave me the most warmest welcome.
And which lady surprised you the most during filming?
We all know she's a little bit out of the box. Adriana definitely surprised me the most, and Kiki. I love getting to know them, and I've seen a side of them that I didn't even know existed.
You seem to gossip to Patricia that, you know, a new cast member who may be a love interest for Shep is a big fan of Southern Charm. Pretty much, do you think these guys need to stay away from dating fans, or is it okay? What do you think about that?
I mean, I think there's a level of a fan, but like having a fan page and running it and then matching on Raya with 2 of the guys.
Oh.
That's a little sneaky. You didn't hear it here though, so.
It's a great cast list. I'm really excited to see Tom Sandoval. I have a feeling he's going to be wearing a lot of kilts. You know, he's like, this is my moment. I can finally wear all my kilt collection. And Dorinda Medley, you know, a castle is not that different than Bluestone Manor. She's going to feel right at home.
She's going to make it nice.
She'll make it nice.
What's your current dynamic between you and him right now?
So we're focusing on the children, and the kids are great, and you know, it ebbs and flows. I don't want to give too much because you know we are still airing.
Yes.
So tune in Sundays 8 p.m. on BravoTV.com. So tune in so you guys can watch. You know, if the show play out. I don't want to give too much, but you know, at the end of the day, I do feel like what happened in the kitchen should not have happened in the kitchen. But then again, it was very real. That's how he felt. I'm not going to discredit his feelings. But I do feel like it would be really beautiful to show the positive co-parenting that was really happening in our lives.
Okay.
But it is what it is.
Housewives really like to have fun. And sometimes, I'm not saying doctors don't, but I think it's a different type of fun. What might be fun to a housewives... Oh, okay, sorry about that. So I said that it's totally different because they're doctors, and housewives, we're a different breed. Most housewives are very feisty and fun, and they're very confident. And not saying that doctors aren't, but it's just a different type of je ne sais quoi.
The turn up is different,
You know, so,
that's all.
Great women, but it's night and day. It's night and day.
It's night and day.
Do you like better night or day? I like better housewives.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you feel like that moment when you guys were at the game and Bronwyn threw you under the bus, was that the moment in your mind where you were like, I'm done with her and it's on?
I would never lie about my friend to my friend's face knowing I'm lying. And when she did that, I was mentally like, you want to punish people. You want to punish Heather for quoting you verbatim. You want to punish me for defending you, but not your controlling way of like what you, she's controlling a little bit. So I feel like unless I say exactly verbatim what she wants me to say, she's not happy. So at the game, when she brought me into it, when I defended her, that was the moment when I'm like, check, you're not the friend I thought you were.
I didn't like that. I thought it was really shady, and I agree.
I agree with you 100%. And I love that you see through things.
Yes, girl.
My question is, I saw that you saw like the first 7 episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes.
And I just wondering, are you able to confirm like if Kenya's footage is going to be used in the beginning of the season?
Can I confirm what?
That Kenya's footage, Kenya Moore's footage is going to be used in the beginning of the season. Can you confirm that?
That the footage, that Kenya?
Yeah, in the beginning.
Oh, you will see Kenya on next season of The Housewives of Atlanta. And that is certainly a part of what happened when we shot, and you will see that represented.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be cut or not, so I went, yeah.
She's just kooky. I mean, if, you know, as if Kathy wasn't, you know, enough of a loon.
2 kooky people now.
2.
Oh, no, 3. Sutton's pretty kooky, too.
Right.
Yes, she's kooky.
But the 2 of them on the trip, it's like Little Edie and Big Edie a little bit.
It's a lot. She's amazing, though. She comes in the room and she just like, she has the most amazing outfits and jewelry. She's just so over the top, and she really was a great addition. And the fact that she's nominated for an Academy Award and she's on our show, I'm like, hello, Beverly Hills.
Also, by the way, she's very rich.
Very.
My question's about Teddy Mellencamp. With all the news about her and her marriage, do you think she's going to come back as a housewife?
You know,
either OC or Beverly Hills.
it doesn't seem like the crowd is that enthusiastic. I don't know why she has become such a villain in the audience's perspective. She seems to be a truth teller, and she's very smart, I think. But I don't know. We just started Beverly Hills, so you know, we just
we're not thinking about casting for next season right now.
I feel like I'm misunderstood. I feel like they're always coming for me. I feel like they don't get the New York girl in Salt Lake City. And that's a loss for them.
Give her a round of applause for that. And thank you for being in the spirit.
Even if it would never work out because of casting dynamics, Andy, give me some hot celebrities you would want to join the cast of Beverly Hills.
Well, we were talking about her today, and I always say this, but I mean, Chrissy Teigen.
Always. She's my number one. Always. Yeah.
Chrissy Teigen in Beverly Hills. Forget it.
That would be amazing.
She
Sean
would be
Legend?
amazing.
Chrissy Teigen, yeah. Yeah.
Why doesn't she do it?
Well, I mean, I think there's probably a myriad of reasons.
She could. Yeah, I could think of a few.
Oh, wow. I'm going to say Portia, Shannon Bedore, Kyle, and Dr. Wendy.
So good. Anyone you wouldn't want at your Thanksgiving table?
Anyone from the Housewives?
Housewives, yes.
No, they're all welcome.
I was thinking Teresa only because I love Teresa, but she'll flip the table.
Well, I'm not going to make her mad enough. Here's the thing with Teresa. If you question her intelligence, she's going to flip it. So I'm not going to question her intelligence. It's all good. I will meet her where she is.
She was friendly-ish. Ken was friendlier. He gave me a hug. She doesn't really hug now, you know. It's like, hello.
Well, Frankie's all about family, so it's hard. Yeah, family, loves his family, and, you know, he needs, you know, I feel like children with brain injury, they're like, they, you know, they need like the structure, and he loves Todd, and, you know, my kids just want to see me happy. You know, whether it's with Todd or not with Todd, you know, they just want to see me happy. And so it was really hard for all of us. Now we're in a better place, but it was hard. I think she's a great addition. You know, I love when a new friend comes in. It's kind of like it shifts like the dynamics of the group. And I feel that we definitely need that. So you guys will be the judge of it. You know, I think she's great. I think she's, you know, she's a really good addition to the group. And I'm excited to have her. Lars is very good friends with her. And I think you're all going to enjoy watching her.
I almost didn't come back this season, but then I honestly, it's a big part of my life. You know, I started the show when Portia was in diapers and sleeping in a crib. You saw in season 1, I was laying in a crib with her trying to get her sleep, and now we're going to be touring colleges in the spring. So it's a big part of my life, and we really are a family. So it would have been another loss for me, and I was scared to have things be so quiet for me, especially with like Mo and Alexia out of the house. I thought, wow, my life is going to get real quiet. I don't think I can handle that right now. So
a 15th might be in the future?
I mean, I don't know the future right now, but listen, I'm very grateful to Bravo and the people I work with, because it's done amazing things for me and opened a lot of doors for me. It's been obviously very emotional at times and very, very difficult, but overall it's been a great experience.
Gertie and Julia, though. Gertie was posting on her story talking about throwing drinks. What's the definition of assault? Then she unfollowed Julia, then she refollowed Julia. What was it like watching them kind of go back and forth?
I mean, it was horrific for me. Like, I don't like that kind of chaos. It startles me. You'll see it on the show.
Yeah, that was not necessary. And, you know, Julia was very remorseful right away. And I'm very friendly with Julia. And even though she was my friend, you know, we all spoke to her and said, like, you know, that was not okay, but you'll have to watch the show and see. And, you know, again, you know, these were two friends. Sometimes you're, like, misunderstood, you know, and things are bothering you inside, and then you bring them on to the friend group, and then things escalate and they get really ugly, but you know,
you can't let things fester.
Because you are now friends again with Dorit-ish, and same with Sutton, we want your thoughts on this plastic surgery shade that they've been throwing at each other.
I do not like when anybody talks about people's looks or their, you know, financial situations. That is just, I don't like it. It's ugly, and I don't, listen, I've had my arguments, we disagree in the show, but I don't do ugly. I don't hit below the belt.
Wait, because there was just the announcement that a new girl is joining the fun.
Yes.
Is she figuring it out?
Oh, she's
we're helping her.
She's
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
good. She's doing.
We're helping her.
She's good.
In
She's
what
good.
in what
We
way?
like her.
No, I love her. I think she's great. I
We
think
like
she's
her.
a great addition
We
to the
wanted
show.
her. We wanted her. We
You
really
know,
rallied for her to
I
come.
felt like we needed someone new to the show.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, it shifts the dynamics for sure.
Yeah.
And I think she's a great addition. I love
Yeah.
that she's strong and opinionated. And, you know, that's what a housewife should be. She has a fabulous life.
And she has history with Anthony, Dr. Nicole's ex.
But I mean, she said that was like 20 years ago.
Okay.
Counts, though.
I wouldn't be able to.
I mean, I was married to the father of my children 32 years ago, and like they're still bringing it up.
All
So,
right, well,
yes,
don't bring up my
everything counts.
boyfriends from 20 years ago, because come on, like, please, I can't even keep track.
Do you think that contributed to Dr. Nicole choosing to take a step back from the show?
I mean, that's a question for her, but I mean, it,
The
it
audience
could
is
be.
going to think that for sure.
It could be.
No, I believe the audience is going to think. What do you think?
I mean, that's the dot I'm connecting, but I was hoping for some clarification.
You know, in these shows, you don't have that much clarification. You know, you kind of have to make your own conclusion based on what you guys see, which isn't always everything, of course. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know that.
You know, Kenya is, of course she's a shade assassin, but she also has class, and, I feel like she's one of the smartest girls in this whole franchise, and she just knows how to do it in a way where it really hits and it always lands. And I felt like in this particular situation, she was just bigger and better than the way this situation was executed.
I know. I'm glad she took the accountability, but like you said, if she did it sooner, because she could have been maybe in the mix a little bit still.
I know. That's what I think. But she is missed, and hopefully, I hope so. I hope so. Kenya's great TV, and look, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. That's why her taking accountability was so important, because I know the Twirl Nation misses their.
We want to get your thoughts on Kenya taking accountability for the photo thing. Thoughts?
I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I've talked to her a lot over the last few months, and I was happy to see that. And again, sorry, we're months away from Atlanta premiering, but it's really good. And I think, there was a lot of people were saying, where's Atlanta? What's happening? What's taking so long? What took so long is that we wanted to get it exactly right. And we were really serious about casting. And this season is a very pivotal season for that show. It's a major crossroads for the show. And we wanted to make sure that we were sending it off into the future. And we did.
Obviously, there's a whole shakeup happening. Kenya is not returning.
Yeah, not this season. Of course we were sad to see her go. Kenya's good TV. That's all I can tell you. She's good TV. And she is in it for, I think, almost up to like the middle of the season.
about half.
So you guys will get to see her, and then hopefully you guys will see her back soon.
But what is your take on the incident that happened?
Well, I feel like I just saw Kenya recently do an interview on Tamron Hall, taking accountability for everything. When you guys watch the show, I spoke to her that day and, later on that day, and I just felt like she was just better than what happened, bigger and better. And as someone who's known her for a very long time, and someone who I consider a good friend, a woman of class and grace and all that good stuff, and a mom, of course, I just felt like, Kenya's like, nobody does shade better than Kenya. So I felt like that was maybe another way to do it with a little bit more grace.
I want to start with Lisa, because when we asked her who she trusted the least, she said you. What is your response to that?
Wait, who asked that?
Lisa.
Lisa? Which Lisa? I'm just
Lisa.
kidding. I don't even know who you're talking about.
Is it that bad?
I just think like when you're really close to someone and things don't. I think when you're really close to someone and things are not where they're supposed to be, it's hurtful.
Yeah.
So I'm in a place where it's just like I'm hurt by that relationship, kind of being in a sour place.
And do you feel it was kind of in a moment where after you went through a split, were you kind of like, oh, my girls are going to have my back, and you were like, where are my girls, or was it something besides that?
No, I feel like for most of my girlfriends were there for me, except Lisa. So that part, kind of stung.
Do you feel like she was distracted by what was going on in her own life with the Lenny of it all, or do you think that's not an excuse?
No, I don't think it's an excuse because I feel like we all have a lot going on in our lives. I feel like I'm super busy, but I feel like sometimes you make time for the things that you care about,
Oh, you never know. I don't like to pressure anybody, but, I do wear my old ring on my middle finger. Am I allowed to do that?
Yes, you are. Yes,
Because,
please.
it's a nice piece of jewelry.
It's
and I'm not
gorgeous.
just going to sit. I mean, one day I'm going to give it to my daughter. So for now, it looks nice on this finger. Or should I go like this finger? But this one feels very bare.
I mean, there's some room
Jody,
for some
take
diamonds,
note of
Jody,
that.
yeah.
It's looking a little empty. That butterfly needs a friend.
Now, Layan is also on the cast, and y'all Atlanta ladies had some shady things to say at Bravo Fan Fest. You said that she was the most annoying Real Housewife. What? Why did you say that? What? Please tell us.
Because she is.
Have you?
I told the truth.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah. I mean, Chanel definitely is. She is definitely a character.
Yeah. What?
But yeah, it's a lie.
Not a character you want to watch.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know if many watch that show, but again, you saw the ratings. However, it could be a great show. They've got some great people on, and I think Chanel definitely adds something to the cast.
Right.
But she does a lot sometimes.
There was a moment people thought you were going to go to Dubai.
Oh no, I went over there. Lord knows I did. I went over there,
but like possibly join the cast. Are you so grateful that you didn't now?
Well, of course I am because it flopped.
Well,
you're never a flop, Phaedra.
You are not. Thank you.
I know when it's time to leave the table.
That's right. Okay.
And you know when it's time to bring the table back to life.
Jen was saying things like, all you care about is your, we can swear, right? Fucking friend. And so it was, I felt like, that's my favorite word, by the way. Me too.
Unfiltered. Let's go.
Now, Dr. Wendy, a shade assassin who was on your show was Candace, and I want to know, have you been in touch with her? Do you know anything about her new life as a mom?
Yes, I have spoken to Candace. She's doing so good. I actually spoke to her a few days ago, and I heard the baby in the background. And so it's just so amazing, and I'm so happy for her because motherhood is an amazing experience, but that newborn stage happens so fast, and you just have to really sit in it, and I'm glad that she's just focused on that. So
Shamia had been around for years, so we always, she doesn't feel new because we know her, but this Shamia, obviously you get to see her with her children, in a different light because she used to just come with us on cast trips. Now she is main center stage.
Of course. Listen, it's always good for a person who's been a friend of the show to transition because it makes the transition easy.
Much
easier. So, she came in kind of as a newbie, but it's like, oh, girl, come on, girlfriend. Like, we know you.
She knows what's up.
Yeah.
No, there definitely is, unfortunately, a bit of drama. Fortunately, not during the service. Okay, a little more than a bit. A lot. But fortunately, not during the service. The service was actually absolutely magnificent. It was more than I ever could have imagined. I was very emotional, very personally moved and spiritually enlightened, and it was unreal.
And we took all of that beautiful spirituality and just kind of
I don't want to
messed it up.
I don't want to give too much away, but security might be called again, okay?
Might have to call security.
Would you ever date a fan? Or even if you're not single, I'm not saying you have to. Would anybody date a fan here?
I mean, I would.
I would only date someone that's a fan of me.
Exactly.
I think it's pretty cool to date a fan.
No, I think it would be great because it's like a built-in partner and someone that's going to take care of you. I like it.
I was a huge fan of Martina before we started dating, so I was her fan and then we dated.
That is a great point.
Kiki, what should we look forward to the new season of Miami? And can you give us a little bit of insight as to what happened on the Spain trip?
Well, we just came back from Spain. It was chaotic. All I can say is, guys, please expect the unexpected. This is gonna be our best and most chaotic season yet. But as far as me, I can't speak on a mojito yet, but you guys will get to see more of me being a mom, and you'll get to see more of my family side.
I love that. I love that.
Little chaotic, but you guys asked for it, so there you have it.
I do not understand how you, Heather, and everyone else there was not wearing the clip-in bangs. It is
Yeah.
Breakfast at Tiffany's, Audrey Hepburn, Moon River. Like, come on. Like, embrace.
Yeah.
It got a little PC, but, you know, the concept was there.
Well, the worst so far, which was not even worse, you know, Larsa still, every day I have to hear from her talking about, I gave you a diamond necklace, you didn't appreciate it. And also, she was so pissed off about the 50 years old comment, but I'm like, you're 50, I didn't lie. Did I lie?
You threatened by the fact that Candy has her own money?
Not at all. I love her. I admire a black woman who's doing well, a white woman, any woman. I've always been taught a man is to protect and provide. So I'm sorry, some women have to protect and provide.
real high, so happy I could die.
Want to get nasty, no rom-com. Need a big dick, mad explosion. Sweet like candy, sucking down. I rode the big dick, stole the kingdom. Portami a Milano, Milano, Milano.
First class pussy shit, so bum, 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 bum.
It's about me, I.com. I need a big dog.
I like it when you say 100 a bit. Run me back double like it's nothing. Top down in the multi causing trouble.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? 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 You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.